Welcome. This is Alex Grimes II, the king, the greatest, the best of all time. We're here with another league review. This time we have Rizzo, leader of the World Pokemon Federation. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Can't complain. I'm feeling quite kingly myself. Thank you for asking. Thank you for acknowledging the king in his presence. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about your league, your pretty sizable group going on. What's going on with you?
Yeah, man. So we've got, I think at last count, it's some 1,042 people in the server. So we run 9 divisions at the moment. We change it maybe every 2 or 3 even. Yeah. So it's 144 coaches was the last live count.
What? 144?
Yeah, man.
I could not even fathom. How many admins?
2. So our formula dumbs it down to 2 per division.
God damn. I can't even fathom that.
It's a lot going on, I can't lie.
All right, so tell me a little bit more about it.
Yes, yeah, sure. So the division names, right? So we base the entire structure off of the Hoenn region, right? So your standard Generation 8 sort of national dex platform, we've got 4 divisions worth of 16 coaches each. They are skill oriented, so when we are getting applicants, judging whether or not people will fill out certain coaching spots, we take note of their coaching ability, right? So the most senior division we call Psycho Boost. This category is based off of Deoxys, right? So Psycho Boost being the most senior, following down is Attack, down from that is Speed, and then the newcomer division we call
Defense. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So that's the first category. So 1 of 3, right? So the second one, we have VGC. So this season we're running National Dex, no Dynamax. As a matter of fact.
No Dynamax, okay.
No Dynamax, yeah, exactly. A lot of people feel like it's an easy button that gets pressed a ladder and on part. It's more intuitive and more, you have more fidelity of board position. So we feel like that's going to be a good adjustment there this season. But that is Drizzle and Drought divisions. Those are based off of the weather duel, right? So Kyogre and Groudon, right?
Right.
And then the remaining 3 divisions are the Reggie divisions, right? So every season, once playoffs start and you're sort of winding down for a lot of the people, we'll start looking at the formats for the next 3 seasons. So these are crowdsourced on the formats and then voted amongst everybody in the server.
Cool.
So what we do is we have 2 bracket styles where the first one, anything goes, right? So any sort of format that people want to see, we'll throw open a poll, right? And it'll be open for a week. The most votes the top 5 get move on to the second ballot, where then it's just the top 3. The top 3 most requested formats wind up becoming our Reggie format. So this season we've got almost any ability where you get to draft a Pokemon and then you draft one ability to go along with it.
Yeah.
You have unrestricted Ubers, which is featuring stuff like Primal Kyogre, right? I think we cut the Mega Mewtwo's, but then we've got a rule where we're allowing Arceus, but we're only allowing 2 of them to be drafted. So from Arceus flying and down, they're able to be drafted, but the first 2 people who get one, that's it for the whole division.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And then our last one is, I think they call it Shittermon. So it's low tier, but it's 4 point and lower. So you're gonna see stuff like Weezing, Typhlosion. I think just got banned. So like Houndoom, stuff like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Very, very low tier stuff.
Hey, they need love too.
They do. They really do. You never see stuff like Seviper, Arbok, even outside of like Little Cup.
Yeah.
It's a good time, man. But yeah, 9 divisions, 144 coaches every season.
That is freaking crazy how you guys can maintain all that with a small team. That's just insane. 144 coaches. So
go ahead.
Yeah, that's freaking crazy. So is there anything else that you want to add that makes your group special compared to others, or is that already just it? Because you already got it. You guys already have so much.
I don't know if I want to definitively say that what we're doing is better than what anybody else is doing, because
of course
the server culture and how everybody participates in any server event is going to dictate whether or not they're sort of prime at that time. But I do think one of the things that I really enjoy about the atmosphere that we have in WPF is that a lot of the division mods are very mature. They take a lot of initiative, and they're responsible. I would say that the average age of the guys that I have running divisions are, I would say, higher on average than what you would normally see in the community. But even the guys who are younger are still very capable, very responsible, and I really enjoy having them around to sort of run their own divisions as if they're their own. That's something that I think has really worked for our structure, in which I'm obviously the owner, own the server. We, all of those major decisions flow through myself, the group of co-commissioners. However, I really empower the teams of 2 mods who take over their own divisions to sort of treat them like their own, right? So they get to run a lot of the small decisions where maybe they replace this guy because he's taken 2 forfeits in a row, or they're going to
decision of the mod.
Decision of the mod, that's them. Yes, they feel like they've got stake in each of the divisions they're running, and that makes them want to be that much more involved in
it. It adds value to what they're doing instead of just adding in the numbers and listening. And as you give orders downward, they're able to make their own decisions themselves. That's cool.
Absolutely, yeah, because nobody wants to treat this like a job. Nobody wants to log on to Discord and think, oh, I've got 5 matches to update today. Ugh, sort of thing.
Right. So yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that you made that point. I think that it needs to be stressed in the Pokemon Draft League community. A lot of people just want to go and make their own leagues. Don't want to listen to anybody else that has experience that can give you sound judgment, sound advice. Sometimes you got to have somebody that's mature, level-headed. They don't even need to be really good at Pokemon, to be honest. They just need to be able to manage something. Yep. Really level. It seems like you guys have that. And just the amount of people that you can manage in one point is testament to what you guys are doing is the good thing, is the right thing to do. So that's really cool. Really cool. So that moves on. Let's move on to the next question. So you guys are already damn near at the peak. You got 144 players, 9 different divisions. Where are you going after this? Are you good with where you're at, or you want to branch out even more? What's going on?
No, I think that we are fairly comfortable with where we stand. So I would say that we have reached the apex of what we aspire to be. I am a firm believer that any Discord-based draft league will not be able to expand past what we are right now and still maintain any sort of cohesive community within the server, right?
Right, because you wouldn't know who's who. Hey,
you really wouldn't.
I'm Jim. Who are you? yeah. So yeah, go ahead, keep going.
No, but outside of that, Lord, I lost my train of thought now. Oh no.
It's all right. Sometimes the king butts in and says what's on his mind, but that's just normal for me. You just try to gather your thoughts. I asked you where, if you're gonna branch out. You said that you're comfortable with where you're at.
Yeah, man. No, so so I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I don't remember who it was, but I like to think that there is different pockets of the community, right? So you have this Discord-based draft league scene in which, think of it like a sort of string theory idea, right? Where maybe WPF has got 1,000 unique members, right? Those members can go out and be in any number of other draft league servers that are all sort of interconnected by this web of shared servers, right? I like to think that servers like Orange's, right? LCD, so LCD, WPF, DGBA, if you're familiar with them, we sort of run the gambit, right? So if you were to correlate those 3 leagues based off of average skill of the coaches pertaining to draft league prowess, right? But then also to a community aspect, I think that you would see a generally sort of sliding scale for those 3. And I think that there isn't much left room to go or expand on that idea, because we are sort of the standard, I don't think is the right word, but one of those hallmarks of a server that somebody can say, oh, I want, a complete community-based server, and they go and look at what LCD is doing. Maybe they say, I really want a competitive server. I'm going to go look at what DGBA trick out.
Yeah.
LD. I'm going to go look at what they're doing, or I want a sort of hybrid experience where I'm going to go hang out in WPF for a little while. I think that over the 11 seasons we've been doing this thing, 3 years or so, we've sort of ironed out that place in the community, and it's really just maintaining what we got.
Perfect. I'm glad that you elaborated and expounded on that, because there's definitely somebody that's going to watch this and pick up what you're putting down. So thank you for that. Finally, now we're getting to the good part. Now, you know me. I'm sure you've seen something, at least since we've been talking. Me with my kingly stature, Suicune in tow. Where would I end up if I was in your league?
So if you're going to be a standard sword and shield guy, right? You're playing just national decks.
Yeah, go ahead.
We don't really put anybody in the top division unless they've coached here before, right?
But I'm a king.
That's good for you, but you probably won't wind up getting a Psycho Boost slot first time in the league, right? Generally, the pipeline in the server is that you're going to start out at Regi Division slot, because over the past 2 or 3 seasons worth, we've gotten on average around 300 applications, right?
God damn. Okay, yeah. Crazy.
And then you think about the availability of the slots, right? So definitely the most requested category that we get is people wanting the standard sort of Gen 8 tier, right?
Right.
But when we have to fill out that entire roster, it's easier to find people who want in a Regi division, so that, next season we have that data to look back on and say, hey, this guy was cool in low tier last season. He did all his games. He wasn't a problem. Let's get him in the division he wants to be next time, so that maybe, season 12 comes along, and if we're saying, wow, he crushed it, he won the whole division, good to go, sure, all right, let's try him out in Psycho Boost.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. It would seem that the king would have to carve his empire out. I understand, but I'm a little bit disrespected. I'm kind of disrespected, to be honest with you. How dare you come on my show and say I'm not the best? I'm the king. Do you know that? Huh?
Sure.
Yeah. So the king demands he get some respect on his show. When you come on my show, anybody that's watching, when you come on my show, you come with a bowed head, a reverenced heart, open to what the king is trying to decree to you.
Is that what happened?
Rizzo's telling me that I'm going to be in the Regi tier. And I respect that, but he needs to know that the king's coming to conquer.
Interesting.
Yes. So that's gonna end the interview. Thank you, Rizzo, and the World Pokemon Federation for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. It was good, really fun. Very. What's the word? It gave me a lot of more perspective on what's going on. So thank you.
Of course.
We got World Pokemon Federation replay coming up after these commercials. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Do you know what this is? That's right, it's grass. You can go outside right now and touch grass. Ah, yes, grass, the soft substance under your feet. You can go do something physical, like run and exercise. You can go outside, touch grass, and play with your friends instead of being a nerdy loser who loses every time to the king. How about you go outside and breathe fresh air? Go outside right now and touch grass one time. It has been brought to you by Michelle Obama's Let's Move initiative. Remember when our first lady was kinda hot? We are back with the highest tier of the World Pokemon Federation, LC Nathan versus Vig HZK.
The Tornado Therian is going to knock off onto the Rotom Rosh. Rotom Rosh is going to get out of the way and bring in the Gliscor. Tornado Therian hits a U-turn, brings in the Swampert. Swampert has a good matchup here. The Gliscor is going to stay in and get hit with a flip turn. Imagine if that was an Ice Punch or a Waterfall. Here is the Scizor. It's going to get taunted by the Gliscor. Gliscor is back up to 50% health. Going to roost up to 100%. What is Scizor going to do? It's going to U-turn back into the Mega Swampert. Mega Swamperts now can threaten out the Gliscor into the Zarude. Ice Punch will do big damage onto Zarude. Zarude cannot heal up in the same manner that Gliscor can. He's going to go for a U-turn and get hit with the Rocky Helmet. It's down to 31%. That's not going to be good for this Zarude. Zarude's already looking low in this game. Here comes the Blacephalon going to hit a Shadow Ball, drop the special defense of the Pelipper. That means Pelipper can't stay in. Here comes the Urshifu. Urshifu is going to be able to resist and get 32% down on that Shadow Ball. Is going to U-turn back into the Blacephalon. Blacephalon decides to stay in, goes for a burn onto the Urshifu. However, it's going to burn the Tornado Therian instead. Tornado Therian replies with a Toxic. Shadow Balls are coming down now. It's going to... You see now the Tornado Therian is faster than the Blacephalon. Blacephalon is in trouble if that Tornado Therian decides to hit again. Urshifu's back in now. Urshifu will scare out Blacephalon. Wicked Blow will do only glancing damage onto the Diancie. Is this a Mega Diancie or not? It's not a Mega Diancie. It's going to go for a Stealth Rock in front of this Deoxys defense. Deoxys defense hits a Seismic Toss, brings Zarude down to 4%. Is Zarude going to die here? Goes for a Darkest Area, brings down the Scizor to 35%, but dies to the Rocky Helmet. It is 5 versus 6. HCK is winning this game. Shadow Ball onto the Tornado Therian. This Blacephalon needs to get out. It doesn't get out, and instead gets hit with a Hurricane. What was it thinking? That's going to be the second Pokemon down. Blacephalon is dead. Tornado Therian is going to be able to heal back up with its Regenerator. It's going to be Diancie versus the Deoxys defense. Again, Toxic down onto the Deoxys defense. That will cripple its tank ability. It's going to have to get out eventually. It won't be able to stay in as this ramping up Toxic damage will threaten it out. The Stone Edge will do a little bit of damage onto the Deoxys defense, but you really need to be paying attention to the poison damage Gliscor is going to get out. It's going to predict that Swampert's coming in. Here's the Medicham, and then Swampert gets out for the Scizor. That means the Medicham gets a free hit with the Mega. Pure Power will kill off the Scizor. No more physical tank with that Scizor unless we have physical tank Deoxys defense as well. Deoxys is going to come in, get poisoned, hit again. It's going to heal back up to healthy 65%, while this Gliscor is going to take the time to do some more damage. Oh, Stone Edge predicts that switch into the Pelipper is going to bring down the Pelipper to 10%. Here is the Swampert against Stone Edge is going to miss, but that was going to be resisted anyway. Swampert's going to go for a Waterfall, but the Rotom is here to hold off the line, give some defense for this Mega Swampert. Here is the Rotom Wash versus the Deoxys defense again. Deoxys defense is going to get Pain Split just for a little bit, not too much. The health difference was not too much. Hydro Pump will miss, and then the Miracle, because the Hydro Pump missed, will fail. The Rotom Wash will get out of the way for the Gliscor again, while the Deoxys defense needs to get out or die. It's going to roost back up, but the Earthquakes will keep it low. It's now back to 31%. That turn was wasted. It's got to get out. It does get out. Here is the Mega Swampert again with no rain, but hopefully it still threatens out. It does threaten out. Here's the Medicham again. It's going to get hit with an Ice Punch, brings it down to 42%. Mega Swampert's going to get out of there for the Deoxys defense. Deoxys defense is looking low now. He needs to get out of there or get sacked. He's going to get out of there. Pelipper's back in. Pelipper with the heavy-duty boots. It will still die. This is the last chance for rain. Mega Swampert has to come in now. It's going to be 7 turns of rain for now. Waterfall will kill off that Diancie. All that's left is the Rotom Wash. He didn't want to bring in the Rotom Wash because it would have died off of 2 hits, so it had to come in after a Diancie sack. Diancie couldn't do anything else in this game, so the Pain Split will be negated by the lower health Deoxys, but Deoxys will surely die on the next turn. He taunts the Rotom so he can't heal again, and then the Rotom kills it off with the Thunder Punch. Now he's going to bring in the Gliscor, but Gliscor is going to get hit down over 50% damage with that Wicked Blow. However, the Toxic Orb will heal it back up. It's back up to 100% in the face of this Mega Swampert. There is no more rain. Rain is gone. That means Mega Swampert is just going to do some damage on the waterfall. And then, oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe he could have healed on that turn, but he didn't. I'm not sure if that would have helped anyway. The Zen Headbutt will be negated. Gliscor will fall in the face of this Urshifu. All that's left is the Mega Medicham and the Rotom. It feels like it's going to be over. I don't think there's anything that now the Rotom washes down. It's only the Medicham, and surely the Tornadus Therian and the Urshifu will be able to end the game. The Urshifu will not die from the rocks, and that final Wicked Blow critical hit guaranteed will win the game for HZK. Thank you for the World Pokemon Federation and Rizzo for this interview. This is Alex Grimes II, the king himself. We'll be back again soon.